Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody here? Can y'all hear me? Get out of here. Yep, you can definitely hear me. Okay. I think I might have to turn the brightness down on this. I turn it all the way up. But like I always do that. Deck. This is how subtitles will be displayed. Interesting. Jaja. Okay. Delete save data. There do be a lot of settings, but where is crouch? Is that pause? Normal. Interact. Look and move. Okay. Can I just not change? No. Okay. Oh well. I can't change it. But I might as well begin the game. I haven't played it before. Just move the mic away.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Nice.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job
Is that
was
the
simple.
skibidi toilet
He sat
head?
at his desk in room
full
427
of brain rot.
and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor
actually
on
might
the
be.
desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might
No,
have
I mean the
considered it
head.
so,
Okay.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Seems like he's in a void.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Isn't this...
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Is this slavery?
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
it is from
single
Gmod.
order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Yeah,
No
skibidi
one had
is
showed
from
up to give him
Gmod.
instructions,
But-
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all
Fortnite
his
put
years
it
at
in.
the company
Not the exact
had this
model, but
happened.
obviously
This
it's similar.
complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Ooh.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Me no wanna. Me no want to. Give me that. I hate Mondays. What's Monday tomorrow? Somebody pooed in that corner. Computer? You can type on the computer. What if I call 911? I don't want to touch the keyboard. Alright, you know what? I'll leave.
All of his
Hello?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
the
decided
heck
to go
would
to
I-
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a
Yes.
door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks?
Give
Now,
it to
suppose
me.
you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
What have you done to me? Now I'm determined to get this.
No, 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 no. I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
But I want this door. My friend told me this one. So I'm gonna do this one. But if you want me to do 417... Fine. 420.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Oh, you have to be joking.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Okay.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. Okay. I'm going back to the door.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Where's the copy machine? Where's the copy machine? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, but where is it? I know what it is, but where is it? Here? Is it in here? Oh.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I feel like you're saying that just to make me feel better.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Why? Why would I do that? Wait, no, I need to go this way. 41914. Wing?
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
What are you doing to me? I wanted to play the game.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
That took 5 minutes. I didn't. It probably took 3.5 minutes, I want to say. I'm going to play the game now. I'm going to play the game. Yippee! Hello? Anybody here? Oh, that's not creepy at all.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But what if I didn't, per se? What if I didn't go for this door? I went for this. I'm gonna go for this.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, of course.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking? I'm gonna have a sip of water.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
No, it's not.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley
Back to
took
business.
the first open door on his left.
You know, I'll listen to you this time. Nope. I don't like that. But okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Well, I didn't actually want to do that. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going to hell.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
What
It's
were
clearly...
you?
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Okay. I got all the time in the world, don't worry.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, yeah. Oh, no. I don't want to go down there. I'll be real with you. Narrator, Oh, I see the light. Now I want to go down there.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just
I won't
have to
look.
get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
He actually does.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Am I able to do this again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Guess when he says restart the game, he. Yeah. You know, I'll listen to you this time.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Well, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
I'm gonna get my Pringles while you yap.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
But which door do I go through? Chat, you tell me. Alright, you tell me. Do I go through door 1, door 2, door 3, door 4, or door 5, or door 6? Decide. Right now. No, you guys pick. Door 1 through 6. I see a 6.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
I'm just saying
it's got to be better than this.
Eeny, meeny,
Okay,
miny,
let's give it
moe,
a shot.
catch a
Why
bug.
not?
No, don't do it. Fine.
All of
I'll
his
eat my
co-workers
Pringles.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ringies. What the heck? Sorry. Let me read the rest of that. Oh, that's what you... Oh. Well, now there are no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
I don't want to go down there. Oh, light. I
No,
don't
wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I remember where we came from. We did not come from this way. Oh god, we're in hell. Wait.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
Yes, I swear to
You
God.
win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Yay. Alright, that's the end of the stream, guys.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
That's fair. Let's Alright.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No, it's trademarked. It's trademarked. It's trademarked. Trademarked. Wait a minute, but we went... Director... Narrator, is this where we're meant to be going? 4B4.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
Anyway.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I'd like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Oh, what?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Really?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I'm typing on my invisible computer. You can't jump. I got an achievement from tapping X to jump. That's funny.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Oh,
no,
not.
no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Man, I'm trying to eat my Pringles. Well, no, now we're back here.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
I didn't trust it.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Ooh.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we
Yes,
simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Now we're in the back rooms. What have you done?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, so we have a bunch of lasers, and they
no,
shoot
not you again.
No.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
No.
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Exactly. Why do you keep using trademark at the end of some of your sentences? Line is gone. So cool.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yes, sir. What?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Why is there a chair in here?
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No.
Have I really been playing this for 18 minutes?
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
No, I think you broke the game.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would
broke
we
it.
even know? Will someone come for us?
I don't know.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree?
Why,
I'm
yes.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that...
Silence. I need to get my water. Water acquired. Anyways.
That's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
had to fix my hair. Have a sip of water. Ugh. Ugh. What if I just sat AFK, he'd just start going, Stanley, start walking!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh, I dropped my
Stanley
Pringle.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. This seems normal. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That I did. That I indeed did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There was something in here and you're hiding it from me.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But then again, there was downstairs. Then again, looking down, looks like it goes to hell, so I'm gonna go up. Then again, what? I don't think I can go back. Can I go back? No. My goodness. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then what's the boss's choice? Excuse me. My first time playing this. No, please, no. What if I didn't want to go here? What's that picture? Damn, Stanley, you was fat. My goodness.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I believe I'm going to die. Or either that I'm going to that monitor room again. I don't think there's anything over there. Or maybe there is and I just can't see it. I love how most of the audio is just me
Descending
eating
deeper into the
Pringles.
building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Where am I now?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I don't believe you. Besides, I'd like to go this way.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I mean, I know. We were here earlier.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, yay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Why don't I know?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright. Console disabled. I think I'm looking for buttons. That seems like what I'm doing. I found 1, 2. Looking for a 3. I'm very confused. I see the buttons up there. I can see them. Question is, how do I get up there? Very confused. I can't see either. There's a button up there. That must be number 4. Question is, how do I get to it? I'm just gonna Google it. I can't do this stuff on my own. What? Hold on, I can't see what that says. Facility power? What? Oh. Oh, I turn on the Why didn't I think of that? I was scared to walk in here because I didn't see a platform.
And when at last he found the source of the room's... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
I thought if I turned it on.
My story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I get it now.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Oh, I
look
don't.
at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won?
Yes.
Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley,
Didn't open.
you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Why would you do this?
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
My controller is vibrating
It's
like
all
crazy.
all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
I don't know if he realized, but if he's like an actual person, wouldn't that mean he died?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Shut up. I'm mad at you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm mad at you.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find... Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay. I'll take all the time I need, man. All the time. All the time that I need. I'll take it. Thank you, dude. I'll take all the time I need. All the time I need. Besides, why should I listen to you? You got me killed. It's kind of boring in here. I'm not gonna lie. I know you said there would be more dialogue, but it's really lame in here. I'm listening to that whirring noise. There's a mop bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
I'm very confused.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
I wouldn't say you're normal.
I am okay.
Narrator, are you okay?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wouldn't you call the police? Oh, Jesus.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't
Stanley
know.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. But then again,
When
perhaps
Stanley
not.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
A narrator. A narrator. A narrator.
Yet there was not a single
A
person here
narrator.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Oh,
Stanley decided
you-
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How dare you?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's an elevator. Okay. Alright. Uh-huh. That's it. That's what's up. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright. Alright, yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. That's what's up. Okay. Okay. Alright. Someone say that. Did someone say that S? Someone swearing? Oh, basically we've arrived at our destination, and I'm right back where I was before. That was a complete waste of time. Why does those doors open? I never open those. I never open those doors. Okay, let's see what happens if I go down. Look at these, they're glowing. The holy papers. Oh yes. Why yes, the holy hand grenade of Antioch. The one Brother Maynard carries. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. Will there be prop free? Probably not. I might just be here. No. Yeah, someone's swearing. Who's swearing? If it takes me back to the manager's office, then there's gonna be no pot free. But if it takes me somewhere else, yeah, you never know. Okay, no pot free.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That
Sorry.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I don't want to relax. I don't want to relax. Stop it. Stop it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked
But you
forward
what?
into the opened passageway.
Why, yes, I did. I thought that was Springtrap for a second. I was like, what? Relax. Yeah, there was nothing back here. There is something back there, but I can't see anything. I don't really want to go down that way. Besides, I can always just come back. I can always just come back. There's 6 people watching. Let's say high, all-time high for each
Stanley
stream.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna do this again, and then I'm gonna come back down here, and I'm gonna do that. That's the plan. That's the game plan. That's the game plan.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Of course I do. Of course I have the strength. Who do you think I am? An idiot? Boink.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. 427. Whoa, that scared me.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Cameras. Down?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I don't know, narrator. I don't know. I'm gonna turn the machine off. Because this time I know what happens. Hello? Oh, hello.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I
And
got
as
him
the
in the
cold
movie
reality
theater.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley
That's
decided
crazy.
that this machinery would...
Oh god. What happened? Am I free? Did I get an ending?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
I'll get
Where
to them
had
later.
his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Boing, boing,
Whatever
boing, boing,
life
boing,
he
boing,
lives,
boing,
it
boing.
will be
Ba-da-da-da.
his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path
I won, I did the
before
game.
him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So how did I not made that mistake before? Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. I think that's just that part of it. I feel like there's more to it than just that. Don't talk.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm back in the building again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I gotta do all that again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm already here.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Okay. Guess he's getting sick of it too. I can't go to the broom closet. It's banned. I know you said that like before I got into it, but sometimes
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
No, I
Mind
didn't.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? How violent?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But why would I do that?
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh yes.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No, I don't want to die. I'm not ready for this.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Who are you?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, God damn it. Oh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
The narrator's wife.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Office layout. That's my office. Corridor. That's the room with the 2 doors. It's a desk. this literally just like a museum? I didn't know I could turn it off. Credits. This is the narrator. I mean, office clock. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. I guess that was early development. A little bit later in development, and then the final product. The lounge. Underground.
Then he pushed the number 8.
Early version of the underground portion of the game.
We're getting right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story. Stanley pushed the orange lever.
No, I didn't. I'm just confused why there was a woman. I mean, this is kind of cool. Carnation of the Freedom ending in the game's alpha. Countdown desk. Monitor room elevator. I'll go there soon. That looks like the room where I'd end it all. An early version of the lounge. The office, pencil sharpener, phone. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. What's an apartment ending? Cargo lift? What is this? What was that? Wait. What is... Okay, you know what? I sit and I wait. Oh, that seems like really early development. Look at the textures on that. It's ending. With some of these endings I don't even have. Don't know if I'll ever get them. Trailers. And this is kind of cool. Meeting room. Maintenance layout. Maintenance. Vent, lounge, disobey, obey, first choice, staircase. Oh. Fighting aliens? What? What was this ending? The bomb ending? That's the only ending I did. Oh, I did a confusion ending, but I don't think that was one of them. I don't know. It's my first time playing this. I don't know what I'm doing. Stand in my office. My office again. My office again. Well, I guess this is it.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
But why not? Oh no!
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
How do you know I'm on a PlayStation?
Forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
How do you know I'm on PS? How do you know I'm on PlayStation? Who told you? Who told you?
Do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I'm just gonna do the opposite of what he says. Narrator?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Where's the narrator?
Oh, new content?
Nope.
What does that mean, new content?
Oh, fine. No, weren't we here before?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
What?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I'm sure you are.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but
Hold
I'm
on.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
This smells like grass.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
This looks like grass and it smells grass.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Huh?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I'm having so much fun. Okay. Save some jumps?
Is that it?
Oh.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I hate the stream delay.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say...
It's a delay. I didn't do it on purpose. It's a delay. It's a delay. It's a delay.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? No, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It's not called Twitter anymore.
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
But the lady told me not to listen to you. Okay, where am I now? The lady told me not to listen to you, so... I don't know. Where am I? Narrator. Array tool. Yeah, that's where I'm meant to be.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something! Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so... Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Really?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I don't remember 2013. Oh, look at his clock. This is nice. This is nice. This is... In loving memory of little Stanley. Is that a pig? What? Am I gonna get copyrighted?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Narrator, are you okay? Getting a bit nostalgic, but sad. Oh, that's the model for Stanley. And then the woman. I can't see it though. But he definitely looks like he has the head of that the skibidi toilet. And no one can tell me otherwise. No one can tell me otherwise. That it doesn't look like the skibidi toilet head. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
What's wrong with you? I didn't look over here. Just literally nothing. Yeah, I can't get over there.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Yeah, door. I can't get through the door. Door, wall, what? What is happening? Oh, maintenance?
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no.
Oh.
God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games.
I actually have
haven't
seen
looked at
this.
these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I've seen a clip of this on TikTok.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What's philosophical about this game? There's nothing philosophical. You're just irritating. I mean, you're not unfunny though.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
I don't know what that
If I'm
means.
preachy, honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Let's read this one.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy rumination. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me just...
He's dead.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said...
Oh, no, he's gone again.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Oh god, I made him go insane. Who knows how many years it's been? Could have been over 100. Oh goodness gracious. I'm surprised only now the building's collapsed. Or collapsing. Oh crap. Sunlight. Yeah, I think it's been about 10,000 years. He's very much dead. Oh, the greenery is gone. Am I going back in time? Get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here. What the heck? Everything's gone but the building. Can I push the button again? Can I push the button again? Nope. It just ended. And we're back here. That's a nice...
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
No
Good.
content.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, do you now? Well, I cannot wait. I cannot wait, narrator. Honestly, cannot wait. Oh, we're here already.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Honestly, probably is.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
Calm down, Nintendo.
It screams
Please.
progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
You didn't do much, you added
Now, to
2
be
at the
clear,
end.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts,
Netflix.
that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out.
Is that a
Game
bus?
development is much more of a fuzzy magic.
Why
than
is there a
anything
bus?
Scientific or logical, really.
Why is there a bus in the building? Oh, goodness gracious me.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. In here? No. It has to be in here. Oh, it's up there.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim
Nope.
to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I don't want to be
I
Jim.
want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
I don't want
Sleeping
to.
and waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim.
I don't
and as
want
Jim,
to.
watching your dreams crumble into dust.
What
Do
the
you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Well, it is.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Apparently you didn't work very hard on the Jim feature. That feature has
Maybe
offended
I'll
me.
only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Well, you know what would happen then? Do what? The baby has grown up. I don't think anyone's going to appreciate what you've created here. Jump circle, infinite hole. The button is the name of the player that is playing the game. Free, new, and easy trophy. I love trophies. Pull the lever, receive your trophy, no more steps.
Now,
Just
here's
work.
something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Well, how am I meant to platinum the game if you can't give me the trophy, bruh?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
But I wanted that one. Yeah, well, real person, it's a bit late for that now.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Oh. I don't like you. The reassurance bucket. Well... Hold on. Infinite... Okay, I'm going this way. I'll go to your hole, I'll go to the hole in a second.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
What the freak?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort,
This is mine
even
now.
in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm taking it with me. It is mine now. You
Does
do not
anyone
care.
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I doubt
That
it.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
Shouldn't.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
What is that? Oh no. Oh. Hello, gentlemen.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I'm kind of hoping to get out of here.
All right,
I'm not gonna lie.
have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to
Yeah.
move on now?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. I'm bored. I'm bored of you.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
I don't want to go to the
I
hole.
feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yes, this
Okay.
is much better.
All right.
If you could approve
Yes.
this.
Okay.
Here we go. Version 2.
Okay. That's even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Then you're making
with
the
respect,
no.
with care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Then you're just making the Ultra Deluxe
I
edition.
suppose it could. You need a really, really tremendous title screen. A
can make
title
it.
screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction,
I'll make it for you, 'cause I'm
this
such a good
is the
friend.
Stanley Parable 2.
I'm such a good
Let
friend.
me see if I can whip something up.
I'll look it up for you.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I've been looking. Oh wait, I get to look. The Stanley Parable 2. Oh, I'm scared.
This is the story of a
Looks normal. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
The balloons
What
are
did
here.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
There's that. Can I put the bucket back? Can't put the bucket back. I wish I could throw the bucket. What is that?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd found Stanley. Can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
Stanley
office.
in the bucket. I was saying he's just saying the bucket's a person.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes,
No.
this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Bucket's not guiding me. Bucket is not guiding me. Bucket has never guided me. Just remembering where I had to go before.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I'm curious. Hey Izzy, if you're still there, how's Minecraft going?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yes. Me and the bucket did indeed.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
The mic fell down even more than it was before. And you can call me Owen. You don't have to call me Ogugu.
The monitors jumped to life,
I gave you
and
an
Stanley
idea.
nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
The bucket is crying?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Don't ban Lazy Bones. Don't you do it. Don't ban them.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or
Or else I'll just unban him.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
Lazy Bones, I know who you are.
Stanley decided that this machine... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Izzy, you need to learn how to do grammar.
Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out. Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
I'm very confused.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know what I'm doing, alright? I'm just...
Here's the door, just go.
Okay, Okay, I think this is where I end today's stream. And I might come back another day to play more and get more endings. But I'm gonna go now, because it's been 2 hours and I'm hungry, my back hurts, and I have a slight headache. So I'm gonna go now. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, mods and every other person. Goodbye.